Hello, my name is Guy Reams from Physical Security University. In this video is to talk about two upcoming courses I have, both focused on developing an IP surveillance system for small business. The first is focusing on the Bosch IP3000 NVR product and a variety of their cameras designed specifically for a small business environment. Secondly, we're going to talk about converting customers that have existing analog cameras to an IP surveillance system. We're going to use components from a variety of manufacturers to do this, so let's go ahead and take a look at the products that we're going to be looking at in our courses. We're going to be taking a look at a completely integrated solution of both server, storage, applications, the cameras themselves, and networking and power in order to make those cameras function. Let's take a first look at the core of the system, which is what Bosch is providing, which is their DVAR IP3000 product. This Bosch server runs Windows Storage Server 2008, and it is a small box with two small hard drives, two hard drives included in it. This particular box is called the DIP3042 with two hard drives. This is a great little box for running a small business IP surveillance system, mainly because of its form factor and also because of its price. This box provides a nice interface for configuring your IP surveillance system and also for viewing and operating and looking at your cameras. We're going to take a real deep dive look into how to configure the system, and we're going to take a look at how to add cameras, how to manage the device, how to set up recording, how to add different types of camera devices, not just Bosch cameras. We'll take a look at adding OnVIF compatible devices. We'll also looking at adding cameras that may be working from an analog scenario. So if the cameras are already analog, we'll take a look at converting those cameras from analog to IP and how to add them into the Bosch system. In Bosch's IP series lineup, we're going to be taking a look at a variety of their cameras. First off, we're going to be looking at the one of their better quality cameras, which is the FlexiDome Starlight series. This is a 720p HD camera, and we're going to be taking a look at a lot of the features of those cameras and how to get this camera to work, and in what specific situations you would do this camera, use this camera in. This camera particularly comes in a vandal-proof enclosure, and it's probably one of the better cameras that we'll be looking at during our course. We also have the small, more flexible cameras in their Advantage line. We specifically have their micro dome camera, a small 720p camera. We also have the micro camera, which looks like this. We're going to take a real close look at those cameras, which contain a lot of the features that you'll see in most IP cameras. We're also going to be taking a look at some of their analog cameras. We're going to look at the Bosch analog cameras and how to actually view them and configure them. This camera comes with built-in infrared, and we're going to take a look at connecting these cameras up to the Bosch encoder. This is a particular encoder. It's a 16-channel encoder. Comes in a 1 rack unit. This is called the X16 because it supports 16 channels and allows us to convert these analog camera feeds to IP and have them record in the Bosch enclosure. We're also going to be taking a look at how to power different cameras. So we'll also look at using, from one of our vendors, Powerdsine, how to provide PoE power to the cameras, especially when your camera requires high power PoE or requires extending the distance of PoE when necessary. We'll also be taking a look at TrendNet, which is one of our switch manufacturers that provides power over Ethernet switching, which is required to run our complete IP surveillance system. In our Converting Analog to IP course, we're not only going to take a look at the Bosch video management software, but we're also going to take a look at a Genetec, which is another video management company. We're going to take a look at how the Genetec software can connect to the Bosch analog cameras after they've been converted to IP. Well, that's our brief introduction. I look forward to seeing you in our upcoming courses. We'll be offering PSU-203 IP surveillance for small business focused on Bosch and Bosch products. We'll also be looking at a deep dive course, PSU-304, which talks about transitioning a customer from an analog CCTV system to an IP surveillance system. Look forward to seeing you.